now is all it's going to take for any of the artists that we promote or whatever is the one right person to hear it at that one exactly right time.
Exactly. Yeah.
People listen to it, it's never going to make any headway. You can have one person that listens to it, and it changes things. So that's our hope.
Yeah, you're quite right there. Have you noticed that it hasn't glitched once since we've started doing an official interview?
One more time. One more time.
I said, have you noticed how it hasn't glitched?
Yeah, now that we're
stop clock. When time stops, you take stock of what's real and what's not. And your mind chops up different sentences like a chopping block. But it's not, feels real, but you won't just let go and take hold and get dropped. I see you rolling when you're strolling down the street, but you're alone and you don't know where you're going.
And I'm telling you,
I'm like, listen, Joker Face. I'm a little overwhelmed with other things at the moment, and I'll get to it. And I'm sure it rocks just like. No, not really.
Oh, it's better than the first one.
What you got to remember, Phoenix, is that it is still SOM as well. So that's priority.
Oh yeah.
Get on it.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
It is SOM. You know what I mean?
SOM Productions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. And you guys have had that going on as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're in the video too. We're in this one, so
I'm not.
little cameo.
I'm not.
Matt's not.
Because I'm filming it.
Are you? Has he taken you hostage in the video by any chance?
No, but we are kind of locked. Get the impression that we're locked up too. That we've been caught as well.
Really? Okay. So he is going ahead with this.
Yeah. It's a small movie. You need to go and check that out.
Go and check it out.
It's a smaller movie.
Yeah, you should check it out. It is.
Yeah.
It was
all done on the cuff on the day as well.
Yeah, all done on the cuff.
Yeah.
Okay. By the time
we have
watched it, so there you go.
True. Well, we'll see you next week, and you'll have watched it, won't we? So.
Yes.
But yeah, it's we went to a prison to film it, so we had a day out in a prison. And like Matt said then, we kind of had a couple of shot ideas, but it's not until you get somewhere that you can go, oh, this will work, that'll work, let's do that.
Right.
So, Batman's in it, Catwoman's in it, Harley Quinn is in it, Joker's in it. There's a lot of characters in this one.
But there's also 300 of the cosplay people doing their thing in the prison as well. So we were like, quick, get this shot, quick, get that, let's just do it there.
Yeah.
Wow. Working around a lot of people.
So
we had to work. Yeah,
there's a lot of cameos in that video.
Yeah, a lot of cameos. Yeah. I think
This is a De La Soul and I ain't your fucking buddy. You don't know where you're going like the boys who wind up lost. Cause SOM ain't going nowhere cause we're permanently embossed.
Just like that.
Yeah.
What did say you?
What's the date?
What is it?
She just
No, if you click on the information, it should give us an exact date.
Oh my God, what generation?
21. The May 30th of May 2021.
It was 2021.
2 years ago. 2 years ago this month.
Wow. That's mad, isn't it? That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 years ago right now.
Happy anniversary.
Thank you. Yeah, fuck, 2 years.
It's gone around the circuit.
Over the mountain into your head. Yay!
Oh, love it.
So you were saying a guy that come across us when that came out?
Actually, no. Well, yeah, it's a friend of mine that I've known for some time, but they were introduced to you right around the same time that Circuit came out. And gosh, what was my point? Good grief. Talk about that. Talking about like introducing you guys to people. What's that?
Yeah.
That point.
Oh, that point. That doesn't help.
That point.
Yeah, you can have it right now. I don't know if that would help. Totally lost. But basically about like just being able to introduce you guys to people. 100 things going on at the same time.
We've got merch coming soon.
Yeah.
We've got merchandise coming soon.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have got some designs under the way.
We're doing a little playoff tea and a mug and stuff.
Yeah.
So we got some stuff.
if you watch L.S.S.B, you'll see the new logo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the new logo.
Have you not seen it?
It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And just to prove you guys wrong, as soon as we're done with the chat, I'm gonna watch the video just so I can say that I did and enjoy it. So
L.S.S.B and the new Joker video.
I
Yeah,
will.
watch them
Back
both.
to
Yeah, watch them both.
I'll
I will watch them
send
back.
you a link to them both.
Okay.
Yeah, back to back, and then we'll
You got
expect
it.
Hey, this is Adia. I'm a rapper from New Jersey. I'm on Groovestone. This shit fire, man. Let's get it.
Ow! Rock and roll. Cool, buddy.
Let's begin.
My mind is telling me something.
Let's begin.
I said the feelings of the unknown. You see through trees to get home. Take a leaf and let go. Make a chief and expose. Time and is
What's in store for the rest of the day for you guys?
well, we're about to record another track.
Yeah.
We're
about to record another one.
Yeah, we're about to record the verses into the next track. So hooks in, we're about to put the verses in, and then we'll start writing the next one, which we already have started on the next one to write to. So, yeah, it's just a non-stop train.
You guys are you're a machine right now.
The crazy train. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a little. That's
Yeah,
a little bit. From
That's a little tip. That's the new hook.
Now wait a second. Crazy train. We're not talking
Oh,
crazy train. Are we talking like?
we're talking
Yeah.
SOM crazy.
So I'm crazy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, our crazy
Looking
train.
back, Hush.
You know, the Mac broke and we made 14 tracks.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Nothing can stop the fucking beast.
No doubt. No doubt. Okay, so L.S.S.B 3 weeks ago. How far
Yeah.
the next release then? That'll be available for
Well, it's
still a couple weeks away.
Well, we have filmed another one, and Matt has already pretty much finished the edit.
Okay.
But the track is more designed for October.
Oh.
We're probably not going to drop that next. So I think possibly while the weather's good over the next few weeks, we'll try and get out, get some, external footage, do a traditional rap video. You know what I mean? Chuck
Cool.
some effects in to make it look cool, and drop something hopefully within the next 4 or 5 weeks. Like,
Okay. Okay. So
but
early,
we haven't quite decided what it is yet. So
early summer. We watch.
yeah, it's got to be. Yeah, we've got a couple which as soon as they start, you think, "Fuck, that's summertime."
Is it okay?
Yeah, he's all right. He's
Yeah.
he's hitting some Cali shit.
Just hit him in the corner.
Yeah.
Like,
He's all right, tapping up a lung.
Breathe in that good earth air. Oh, I know. Now I finally remembered what it was that I was going to ask.
Go
Oh my
for it.
God. So I'm talking with somebody that has been aware of you guys since when we picked you up.
Yeah.
But and they actually aren't the first person. People want to get to know you guys a little bit more.
Yeah.
But and they actually aren't the first person. People want to get to know you guys a little bit more. Like not so much like because I don't know if they're reading like your blurb on and that's another thing too that I wanted to check with. I want to make sure that everybody knows what platforms you guys are available on because you haven't done so, right?
No, I know it is on the list. I know, but it should be on top of the list. I know. We agree. We agree.
Sorely disappointed I am.
For a month.
No,
Are
but
we going to do it or we going to
but
do it?
when I had the meeting last week, I was like, let's do it. And he was like, oh, no, wait till next week.
Did I?
I am sorely disappointed.
All right.
But then also it's kind of all of our faults, including partially mine.
Listen, well, if you get paid tomorrow, wire it to me, innit? Right?
Yes.
As soon as you wired it, no
Excuse
pun
me.
intended, as soon as you wired it to me, text me, right? I'll go straight online and I'll fucking do it.
Excuse
Yeah,
me.
and then we can upload the photos when we want, can't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. All
But
right.
at least we got an active page.
Yeah.
You know what I
Excuse
mean?
me.
You heard that?
No more passing.
You heard that?
You heard that, Air Phoenix?
Yeah.
It should be going up tomorrow.
Right, should be.
Mhm.
Within the next 48 at the latest.
Because what I'll do then.
Oh, look at him rolling his arms.
crazy, they call it Calling me crazy, they calling me mad. I'm looking up and I'm praying that I'll make it to the other side. And sudden thoughts rush through my mind.
Nothing else. What I'll do is I'll edit in one of the massive crowds from Europe in a concert and make you guys think.
Guns N' Roses about 89 is a good crowd.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I've always been under the idea that if I play to a room of 2 that enjoy the crap out of it, I'm as good as with that as I am.
Yeah.
You know, if I play like to 50 people, that's totally I'm as okay with that as I am like, 500. It's not a
Man, I'll come off stage, and if I feel I've done a good job, I don't care if it's an empty room.
That's all that matters, man.
That's all that matters.
Yeah. If you deliver how you want to deliver, you know, right, that's the best I could have done. No matter if it's one person or 5,000 people, that performance was bang on for me. That's all that matters.
Yeah, that's all that matters. Standards, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Well, and as time goes on too, like I hear interviews and on documentaries and stuff with some of my favorite artists from over the years, and some of their most memorable performances are the ones that were done in front of like their family, friends, and like 50 other people.
The
intimate ones, yeah.
Right, over the arena that was filled with like thousands of people when they were opening up for like, or when they were even the headliner themselves. And it's just like that's cool, because that just goes to show you the perspective that still a lot of artists hold, which is that so many people are still okay with playing to smaller crowds. And it's the fan base.
I think I've said it before, like when I joined 2.5 years ago, that the reason why I joined is like I hadn't spoken to you for what, 4 years?
Oh, at least, yeah.
4 or 5 years. And then he dropped me a message and he said, come over for the 9 blah blah and check these songs out.
They're on
and then I went through some of their catalogue, and I was like, I've been listening to hip hop 30 odd years, you know what I mean? And the UK scene, there's talented people out there, but it's not hip hop in my eyes.
Right.
And then to have some British guys appeal to me and go, yeah, they don't sound the same on every track, but yet it's them. Their hooks, their flows, different melodies within the music. It's not the same, but it's Soldiers of Monochrome. That's why I'm still sat here today. Because if I found it too monotonous, I would say, Chris, mate, you need to change your beats up. Do you know what I mean? Or you've done the same chorus now 15 times. Why? Do you know what I mean? It's like I wasn't expecting to be doing this again. It was only when Chris reached out to me and said, we'd like you to maybe come on and see how it goes.
Right.
And it was just like, yeah, I'm doing it, man. And then my confidence grew, because I was still like, I was in a band before, and then I wasn't doing music, so confidence had dropped a bit and not writing. And Chris was like, oh, you've done this before, man, get back on the mic.
Right.
I was like, that's what we want, right? So
where we are now.
This is where we are now.
And I know that especially maybe even in a genre like hip hop or whatever, it's got to be easy to fall into a formula. That it's like there's already kind of like a set pattern out there that artists could like fall into, and a lot of them do. But I don't see that with you guys. It's like I don't see much in the way of any real repetition as far as like passion stuff, which is awesome, because there's a lot of artists there again that you can put on their album or their digital release from beginning to end, and it's like nothing really stands out anymore.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You need to start with a blank page and work out how you're feeling that day, and let the music guide where it takes you. That's how we operate.
You guys have got some really great diversity in your styles and your beats and all of that, and it's awesome because, and like what you were just saying, it reminds me of like an actual album. You've got like this whole, it might be thematic, there might be like some kind of like message or whatever that you want to convey through it, but regardless, though, even though the music is different all the way through, it's awesome because it all complements each other. I love it when a band has its own sound, and I think you guys have captured that long time ago. The combination of you guys, the three of you, works really well together, and that's why I still think it's cool when I've got like something on a mix that you guys are in, which is most of them anyway. And then like, into something, and then Soldiers comes on, and it's like, and just the whole ebb and flow of the whole thing is just totally awesome. And because you can't do that with all hip hop or rap music, you know.
No, hip hop's dead on his feet at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Matt.
No, I was just going to say, I like.
Hey, everybody, you listening to the Groove Zone. This is Martin Thomas Radio from the NPR Project. NPR! Yeah! Yes!
That was amazing. That's what we're talking about. That was
Arrow's in it at one point, I think. So
Okay, cool.
The background.
Because I was the way that it had been described, I just thought maybe you guys just like had the keys to a prison that wasn't being used anymore for a couple of days.
No, that would be ideal.
that would have been better, but we had to share it. So
yeah.
Well, that reminds me, when you guys filmed Circuit, where did you guys film that at? That building that you and Wired walked into.
That's a place. Yeah, it's an old British kind of metal works up in the valleys, a place called Tallawayne.
Okay.
And it's been derelict for a while.
oh yeah,
So we kind of, well, there's only a couple of months after I joined, wasn't it?
yeah.
And they were like, come on, we want to kind of get this video done for these because they're from Canada and all this. So I was like, the British works up in Tallawayne. So I took them up there and they were like, yep.
Yeah.
All the good
That
we
was
did
the
it.
spot, yeah.
We did one lot and then we went back up. And
Yeah,
luckily,
we did 2 day shoots doing.
luckily the weather was the same,
Yeah.
like a week apart. So we went back up there and got a couple of extra shots and did it.
Because actually the weather was really nice for that, because when the sun comes through those day room shots,
Yeah,
like really incredible photography. But it's
and that was all natural light. It wasn't, post production stuff.
Right.
That was the day. You know what I mean? So
That's just color grade, like
yeah,
no effects on it or anything.
no, it just
Under
happened
the
to
light.
be a perfect shot. Like, if that makes sense.
and it was fate that we ended up catching that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
So, and ever since my deal, and I was thinking about this before we got on the interview today, is that basically what the Groove Zone is we're a promotion collective.
Mhm.
And it's about promoting artists and athletes or whatever as much as we can when we can. And that's one of the reasons why I'm really glad that we get to be part of your guys' journey, even for it being like this small, whatever thing on the west coast of a country, completely a pond away from you guys. But to be able to know that we're helping boost not only your notoriety, but in every way that we can, and being able to play your guys' music this weekend, I'm totally stoked. So
yeah. That
I do love
wow.
that.
When are you doing the gig? Friday or Saturday?
Saturday for
Saturday.
Calling me crazy, they calling me mad. Yeah, I'm putting it in, I don't understand. We are pushing hard regardless, always doing more, never do less, leaving everybody.
out anymore.
It's playing 21, isn't it?
1 hour track.
Yeah, 1 hour track. Yeah. Yeah.
And in that 1 hour, like nothing is like really stood out. I mean, nothing is really that memorable other than the hour that you just lost listening to it.
Yeah.
And
I think it worked well as well because, like, Chris makes a beat, 2-3 beats on a weekend. We come over on the Tuesday, and he goes, "Look, you might not like them. I think they're banging." And then Tig will go, "Yeah, that's the one for me." And then it'll be a totally different beat, and I'll go, "No, that's the one for me." But then we're also not afraid to say, like, if I wrote something, Chris is like, "Nah, take that syllable out because it'll just slot in there better." And I'll be like, "Oh, take my beat out on that bit." We're not afraid to talk to one another.
Yeah.
Say, not necessarily dislikes and likes.
Yeah, it's not
more of,
criticism. It's
just-
more.
let's just try this.
Let's
see if
try
we
it
can
like
feel
that.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
right, just
And that's
tweak
what we do. We don't just go, "That's it, done." It's like, no, take that out, put that in, leave that, add an extra one there. But all 3 of us.
right.
Yeah.
Right. Well, it's like some of the demo work that fans get a chance to hear from some of their favorite artists over the years. Like you'll hear the version that was finally put out on the album that's as polished or produced or whatever as it was the day that it hit the air, whether it be radio or just released. But then every once in a while, though, you'll also be treated to like the demo version, which is it's still in the process. And so like that tweaking that Chromatic was just talking about, you know, it's like you
Yeah.
guys are
Yeah, that would be the plan, mate. You know what I mean? And hopefully, if the distances are not too far, wherever we start, we could meet you there, and maybe you can, you know, follow us, you know, for a couple of gigs, maybe depending on.
I would love, totally love that. And honestly, there's really no reason I can foresee at this point that that wouldn't be able to happen. Long story, and we can get into something later. But yeah, no doubt, I'd like to be your groupie for a while. I'd love to like follow the tour bus and yeah, no, that'd be awesome. Wait a second, no, not groupie.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. That's
A supporter, man. Just a,
Yeah, just
A loyal fan.
a loyal
There we
fan.
go.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh my God, president of the fan club. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh my
that's
God.
what you need to start making over there. You need to start making an SOM fan club over there.
Yeah, and then maybe we can hire an old school bus and all travel together, innit?
Well, don't push me on that because I just might.
No, do it.
No, we might actually think that. Yeah, we might actually think that could be the way forward.
Yeah.
As my
That's
brain
awesome.
was doing
So
it.
like that tweaking that Chromatic was just talking about. You know, it's like you guys are able to come together and it's like so like what the original form was may not turn out much at all like what the finished version is. And
Yeah.
between there can be some really cool stuff. You know, but that's
Oh, so many things happen by accident.
right.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like, you know, something will be on and, you know, sometimes things are on repeat for 45 minutes to an hour whilst we're sat quietly writing our lyrics or whatever you.
Right.
But
right.
we're constantly doing bits for each other.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, oh yeah, that's good, but you know, maybe you want to change to that flow, and then it's like, oh yeah, that's a good idea, and you know, it's very collaborative.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Brain one of the wasn't
only see each other.
first tracks the Chromatic was
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Brain was pretty much the first track that you were on.
Lyrically, yeah.
Yeah,
featuring heavily in vocals. Like that's the first time we really got to hear you.
yeah, it was. Yeah,
Okay. And I like that because it starts off with Lowrider and then it transitions over to Chromatic and then it ends with Wired. And it's just like awesome. I just love the way that all happened, you know, and it's just awesome. But each one of you guys have your own like sound and style though too within that. And I really dig that.
Yeah.
I think that's what we kind of appreciate about ourselves as well, is that we like I don't write the same as Chris. Chris doesn't write the same as Wired. It's not like, oh no, this is the flow.
This
Copy
is the
that
full-
flow.
Yeah, copy that. Yeah,
It's like, you know, write our own stuff as long as it's in cooperation with what that theme of whatever that track may be.
Right.
But I write totally different.
yeah. We all attack. You know, it's like we put on a track. You know, what before the interview. You know, and it's like we're listening to the track for a couple of minutes. You know, and Matt said, oh, I think I got an idea on a topic, you know, it should be about, you know, clothes when we were younger and growing up and maturing with clothes and stuff. And it's like, oh, that's sweet because I've already got a delivery sequence in my head.
Okay.
So I've already got a style of how I want my first, you know, 4 bars to sound. I haven't got any lyrics, but I know the syllable.
When I'm gone, I can leave things behind for the next in line. But when it's mine, I'm here to shine. Stay on my grind, I'm the baddest that you'll ever find. Keeping it 100%, that's the plan in mind. Designing many ways to be one of a kind. My G's are set, so I know where I'm headed. So there's no need for me to watch my step. It's our styles embedded. I'm in view.
Okay.
Yeah, back to back, and then we'll expect a text later on with a bit of feedback.
I've actually like reposted, not the Joker one, but I've actually reposted L.S.S.B a couple of times on our FB page. So I know that everybody else has probably seen it. Anyway, sorry about that.
Yeah,
Spread the love, man. Spread the love.
Spread the love. Just spread the love.
it's another view, isn't it? You know, it's all algorithms, man.
Yeah. Okay, I know what it was. West Coast. So what's is that kind of cut in and out? What were you saying earlier about the West Coast and about America?
Well, basically, we couldn't. Obviously, we should be in America, obviously now, innit? But we couldn't, obviously, you know. But next year they want us to go, and obviously they want us on the West Coast. So,
well, they've given us like the full tour dates for the East Coast and the West Coast, and you know the kind of CEO has said, you know, there's a possible chance that you can kind of pick which, you know,
Slots.
which ones you want. Like, so
Phoenix is on the west. Maybe we should go east and make him travel to us.
yeah, you can
Yeah,
try
I think you guys-
country, you know.
I hope you guys play Seattle or Portland. Seriously.
Listen, I want to come to the West Coast. Fuck the East Coast. I don't like the, you know what I mean? I love the East Coast. No, don't put that in any fucking interview. We love the East Coast. Love it. Right? So none of that shit. I don't want any of this bad blood. So, but I would prefer to come to the West Coast because I'm a San Francisco fan. I've always wanted to see the gate.
I've walked over it.
He's walked over it, yeah.
And I've been to Seattle.
That's
Now,
right.
but I would, you know, my heart belongs in Washington. So,
Cool.
you know, I really need to feel like I'm coming home.
Cool.
British Columbia, Washington, I think that's where I should be. So, yeah, what planet are you from?
The one you're
Of course
visiting.
there is. Nobody knows.
Yeah,
Mm,
for the planet that you're visiting, that you're stranded on.
that's correct.
You know, speaking of
For a
what,
while, yeah.
it wasn't that long ago. I was talking with a friend of mine that was introduced to you actually when Circuit first appeared on our stuff a few years ago. Did you guys tell me yet
Mhm.
when that came out? What year was Circuit?
I didn't think I would join this week. 2021.
Yeah, 2021, maybe?
20,
It might be 2020.
late 20 maybe?
Yeah, yeah.
It might have been late.
Yeah, it was late
Well, the
20
family
because
was
we filmed it in the summertime, didn't we? So
Yeah,
it
might be
came
like
out,
October.
yeah, October-ish time.
Okay.
Tom will have a look now on YouTube. Like.
You look that up there, Buster, and you let us know.
All right, we'll let you know right now.
Okay, yeah, no, just curious. I just know that once you guys hit Spotify, your numbers are going to go through the roof because all the artists that I know of that Spotify
I don't check that one from as well anyway.
are doing extremely well. So
Yeah,
and I know that it's going to be a platform like that, even if it's not a band or an artist favorite, that's still going to catapult you guys a lot more than some of the other ones. But just like what I was saying earlier, what are currently, as of like this moment, what are some of the other platforms that people can check you on?
ReverbNation.
That's what.
Yeah, ReverbNation.com.
Please
Which,
go onto our YouTube and get our numbers up as well.
yeah,
because obviously,
YouTube is
there's a couple of
probably,
videos on there. There's some of the older tracks, there's the newer tracks.
yeah, there's about
There's a
20
good
different
feel.
videos. So,
You know, get a good idea of who SOM are.
yeah,
And obviously, what you want to do as well is let people know that if they obviously want music made, tracks mastered, and things like that, they can give us a shout because we're obviously, you know, able to produce and obviously master some tracks for people. 'Cause that's what
Yeah.
that's what I'm looking to do at the moment, anyway, as well.
yeah, if anybody likes the music that we create, then, you
Mm.
know, drop us a message and, you know, we'll gladly tailor make something for you.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
That's really good to know because there are artists actually out there that are looking for that exact kind of thing to be done. So
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, again, if you know of any, pass on our information and, you know,
So the-
This is DJ Chromatic with Soldiers of Monochrome and DJ Phoenix on Neo Retro FM, all the way from the UK to the US.
awesome.